Hi guys, welcome to your first day of school. Um, Today, we're going to start learning our letters and sounds. Um, we're going to learn how to read with them, how to spell with them. Uh, so something cool. Did you know that the alphabet is made up of two different kinds of letters? Do you know what they are? Well, it is made up of vowels and consonants. The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and all of the other letters of the alphabet are consonants. Now, I'm going to say some words, and I want you to listen for the beginning sound. The beginning sound is the initial sound. The very first thing you hear is what I want you to listen for. So listen very carefully. Lollipop, lemon, lost. Let me say it again. Listen. Lollipop, lemon, lost. What sound did you hear? If you heard ooh, then you heard the letter L. Now let's try these words. Table, two, timber. Let me say them again. Table, two, timber. What sound did you hear? If you heard the T sound, you heard the letter T. How about this one? Paper, petunia, people. Listen really carefully. I'll say them again. Paper, petunia, people. What sound did you hear? If you heard the P sound, then you heard the letter P. Let's do one more. No, nine, nifty. Let me say them one more time. No, nine, nifty. What sound did you hear? Well, if you heard the N sound, then you heard the letter N. Now, I'm going to use my name to teach the class something new. You will call me Miss Duval. Let me make this a little bit smaller. You will call me Miss Duval, but my first name is Billy, and my last name is Duval. Let's look at my name right here. Billy Duval. Names are special, so we use a special type of letter. We call it a capital letter. Every letter has two forms, a capital and a lowercase. When I take those first two letters and put them together, I now have my initials. They are called initials because they come at the beginning of my name. The word initial means beginning. So here are my capital letters, and the rest are lowercase letters. Now, I'm going to say some words, and you are going to echo or repeat these words back to me. You know what echo means? Echo means I'm going to say it, and you're going to repeat that word after me. And while you are echoing these words, you are going to listen for the sound that's the same in the beginning or the initial position of each word. You're listening for the very first sound that you hear, not the ending sound, not the middle sound, but you're going to listen for the beginning sound. Are you ready? Listen. Not, nap, net. What sound do you hear? Listen very carefully. Not, nap, net. Do you know it? What sound do you hear in the beginning or the initial position? Is a sound you hear in the initial position. Here are these words. Not, nap, net. What letter do you see that might make the sound? That's right. N is the first letter in all of these words, so N must be the letter making the sound. Is the letter N a consonant? Yes, it is. We know that because A, E, I, O, and U are vowels. Now, I have a picture card in my hand that has a picture on it, and I'm going to give you some clues to help you figure out what is going to be on the front of this card. So listen carefully to the clues so you can guess what the picture is. Here's your clues. This is made of twigs, grass, strings, and other materials. This is where birds make their homes and lay their eggs. What do you think it is? Right! It's a nest. Here we go. It is a nest. From now on, we will use the keyword nest to help us remember the sound. Keywords are important because they help us remember letter sounds. So when you see this card, you will say nest. Remember, nest. The keyword nest helps us remember the sound because nest begins with the letter N. Now, let's look at the front page of our worksheet. Now, when we're done doing this front page, you're going to go over to Seesaw and you're going to complete the back page. That will be your work. So let's flip back over. Now, we're learning how to write the letter N, but first, there's something I need to do. Do you guys know what it is? Do you know what I need to do the very first thing? Do you know? Well, the first thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and write my name. Well, I'm not going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a marker. And I'm going to write Miss Duval on my paper because Miss Duval is my name. Now, when we're writing our letters on this line, you'll see a bottom line, a top line, and a middle dotted line. Now, this is how I teach my kiddos in the classroom. The top line is the sky, and I usually will take a color or a marker, and I'll just lightly go over the top blue, because what color is the sky? The sky is blue. Now, then I take a green color or a green marker. And parents at home, if you were able to find the writing paper that has this, you can do this for the kids. This will absolutely help them. Draw a blue line across the top for the sky and green on the bottom line for the grass. Now, you might be wondering, Miss Duval, what is the middle dotted line for? Well, I always say that's the fence. Now, in our alphabet, we have some letters that will touch the sky and some letters that will only touch the fence. And then we'll even have letters that will go below ground. But for the letter N, we're going to touch the sky and the ground for the capital, and for the lowercase, we will touch the fence. But this is something you should learn. We don't want to jumble up our letters because then it makes it really hard for Miss Duval and for anybody else to see what you're writing. So you need to take your finger and place your finger there. It's a finger space. Now, when I'm writing a capital N, I'm going to start at the sky and I'm going to go down and touch the ground. And I'm going to pick my pencil up and I'm going to go back up to the sky where I first started my line. But this time I'm going to go down to the ground again, but at an angle. And then I'm going to go from that angle and I'm going to go back up and touch the sky. Now, kids in the past have told me, Miss Duval, that kind of looks like a Z that is fallen over. And it does. It does kind of look like a Z that is fallen over. Now, our lowercase n, it's going to start at the fence, and I'm going to draw a line from the fence down to the ground. I'm going to go back up and kind of curve around and touch the ground. Now, I'm going to go over here and do another finger space, and I'm going to do another capital N. I'm going to start at the sky and go down and touch the ground. I'm going to go back up to the sky, touch the ground again, but at an angle, and then I'm going to go up and touch the sky. And again, for the lowercase, I'm going to go to the fence, draw a line from the fence to the ground, go back up, curve around, and touch the ground. Now, I know it's been a while since you guys have had to write your letters, so it might not be as neat as Miss Duval would like it, but I know you can do it. Now, we've learned the letter N today, and we know that the letter N makes the N sound. When I give you the sound N, you should know that that is the letter N. So when you get to come back in the classroom, your teachers will go through this and they will give you a letter sound and you should know what to write. So the first sound is N, and we would go on line number 1 and write a lowercase n because we know that N makes the N sound. Now, let's look at these pictures. Number 2. Well, that's a nest, just like what we learned on our picture card, our keyword card. So if we say nest, we know that N is the beginning or the initial sound. So we're going to write the letter N for nest. Let's look at our next picture. The arrow is pointing to that guy's nose. He's got a big nose. Nose starts with the letter N. We say nose. So let's write another N. Our next picture, the little girl, what is she doing? Well, if we look at our picture clues, we can see she's laying down. She has a pillow and a little stuffed animal, stuffed teddy bear. What could she be doing? Well, by looking at the picture, I can see she's taking a nap. Nap. What letter do you think we're going to use? Nap. You're right. We're going to write the letter N because the letter N makes the N sound. Let's look at picture number 5. That is a picture of a necklace. Necklace. We can hear the N at the beginning of the word. So we know that necklace starts with the letter N. Number 6. That is a picture of a net. Net. What sound do you hear? I hear N. So we know that net begins with the letter N. Our last picture shows a little girl with an arrow pointing to her neck. Neck. We know that the word neck starts with the letter N because it makes the N sound. So let's write the letter N. If you were in the classroom, you would be doing this side of the paper with your teacher at the same time. You would be doing it together. But because we're not in the classroom, Miss Duvall is going to do the front side with you guys. And you guys will then go over to Seesaw and you will do the back. Now, parents, since you're right there handy, I will show you that on every paper, you're going to see a box on the back. This will give you kind of like the directions of what to do, but it also tells you what your child learned in school that day. So when you are able to, when and if you choose to go back to the classroom, when your child brings this paper home, you will know that you will need to read what's in this box because this tells you what they learned for the day and it will explain to you what they need to do. So it's the directions. Now, that is it for today for our Saxon Phonics lesson number 1. I'm going to end the video and you guys can go over to the S'more page and click on the link and it will take you to Seesaw where you can complete the backside. I'll see you later. Bye.